Hello, my loves. I'm Ellie Frost, and I help people rapidly and radically heal and transform during and after narcissistic abuse. And I want to talk about why some therapists don't like me, because I have had some comments on the channel from supposed therapists, not being, not being awful, but like not necessarily being that nice, right? So some of what I say goes against, I suppose, some of the mainstream knowledge. Things like, I talk about the narcissist isn't formed by trauma. There are many people on this channel that have been traumatized that don't turn into a narcissist. It's a spiritual choice. So I add the spiritual element to it, which is not welcome in psychology, right? I'm a psychology undergrad. I studied psychology. I did lots of healing modalities, lots of personal development. But there's a spiritual aspect to narcissistic abuse that is ignored by the mainstream. The reason my work works, and again, they don't like this because again, I've said things like, if you've spent 2 years in therapy and you're not healed, it's not really working, right? People come into my world and they heal much faster. So if we ignore the energetic and spiritual aspects, right, which is what therapy does, or try and outthink trauma, it's not that effective. What else did I get picked up on? Oh, sometimes I cluster, the psychiatry world is full of all these different terms, all these different nuances. Sometimes I just find that's confusing people, when it can be much more simple. I talk all the time about do you really need to know what type of narcissist you're dealing with? They all act in the same way, whether they're covert, malignant, overt. It's just degrees and different. An overt is an extrovert, a covert is an introvert, but I simplify the whole thing, right? Because I think that a lot of what's going on is overcomplicating it. What else do I get picked up on? Oh, sometimes I've said that narcissistic or NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, is not really a personality disorder, it's a spiritual choice, which I totally stand by. And it can't be compared to other personality disorders or, I don't know, social, whatever they call them, social difficulties, because those other things like autism, bipolar, other things that could be compared to narcissism are not destructive. This is a destructive, intentionally destructive disorder. I'm going to run out of time on this video, but these are some of the reasons, right? So what I have got on that they haven't got is life experience. I am the product of narcissistic parents. I've gone through years of narcissistic abuse and I know what it's like for the victim. Lots of